In this stop motion animation tutorial, we will cover character artwork, background artwork, and props for your characters and world. Then we will look at a step-by-step guide on how to make a stop motion animation using iMotion HD on an iPad or an iPhone. Things you will need: an iPad or iPhone with iMotion HD app, thin cards or cartridge paper, scissors, pencils, pencil sharpener, an eraser, a pen, blue tack is important, masking tape, and a selection of colouring pencils, pens and crayons. To make your characters, draw them as separate body parts first and then add in little flaps so you can attach it all together. Don't make the parts too small or it will be tricky to attach and move them about. Create a world for your characters to exist in. Keep your backgrounds relatively simple so you're not drawing too much attention away from your characters or main props. Remember, your background artwork should not include anything that moves. For example, these birds that I've drawn onto the sky in my background, they would remain static while everything else is moving around during the animation, which wouldn't look too realistic. Create everything else you need for the world. The squirrel character has to drive a car to go to an audition at Paranut Studios. So I've made him a car. I made the wheels separate so they look like they're spinning when he drives. At the gate of the studios he needs to show ID to the guard, so I've created him a squirrel ID pass. I've also made the squirrel a script for his audition. Part of the story involves the mischievous pair stealing the squirrel's stash of hazelnuts, so I've made a load of hazelnut props. I made one and then used it as a template to quickly make all the rest. Place your iPad on a table or flat surface with the camera lens part hanging just over the edge of the table. Put boxes or a chair directly underneath, and this creates a flat platform to place your background artwork onto. To light your animation, you can either use natural light from the window or some kind of lamp. Secure your iPad with masking tape. This helps to prevent your iPad from being knocked about during production and is one of the key elements to creating a quality stop motion animation. Now secure your background artwork with masking tape too. So you want to hit manual and then start. Start by adjusting your background artwork so it fits perfectly in the frame of the preview screen. I want the top of the coffee stand to align with the top of the frame. So we're now ready to start our animation. In the frame just now is a foresty background with a coffee cart stand and a big pile of hazelnuts at the end of the stand. So I want to just set the scene and start with this. So I'm going to press capture and take a photo. And then I'm going to take a few more. And it says at the top of the screen how many images you've taken. So I'm going to start bringing my character into the frame now, the mischievous pair. I'm going to place him so you can just see his arm. Then I'm going to press capture. Then I'm going to move him again, moving him into frame a little bit more. We can now see his arm and a bit of body and a part of his leg. Then I'm going to press capture. Then I'm going to move him in a little bit more. So make sure you're moving the legs so he looks like he was walking each time. And you often move your arms when you're walking, so you move his arm each time a little bit, not too much or he'll look a little bit erratic. But yeah, definitely those legs are moving. Try to keep him straight as you go, so it looks like he's walking on some kind of surface. And I'm going to press capture. So you keep on moving him a little bit, move those legs so it looks like he's taking steps. So you change the position and hit capture. You will notice that each time I move the character forward, you see an almost ghostly outline of the previous image. This is because I have the onion skin tool selected. So I'll show you how we can select this tool because you will find it really useful while doing your stop motion. Press display and this brings up two options. There's a square shape on the left and a grid shape on the right. Select the square. So you'll see I've now unselected it, but I want it on. So I'm going to reselect it. Hit display again and we return back to our project. Benefits of using the onion skin are that you can keep track of how much you've moved your character forward. It helps you keep the character or object you're animating smoothly moving in a relatively straight line. If you nudge your background, characters or props by mistake, you can use the onion skin tool as a reference image to move everything back to the original position. It's also very handy if you have to stop animating and pack everything away and come back to it days later. You'll be able to set it up just the way you left it. So I'm swapping over the open eyes for the closed eyes to make the character blink. And I'll take 2 captures for this. That's about the right length of time for a natural blink. So why do we make our characters blink? Well, it helps to bring our characters to life and enhance the illusion that we're carefully creating. And they don't have to blink a lot. A couple of blinks per scene go a long way. So we've reached a point where we might want to have a quick sneak preview at what our animation looks like so far. Press the stop button. A little bar thing will come up and say stop capture. Tap again to confirm. Go ahead and tap again and your animation will play. You'll notice that it's looping. If it's going a bit too fast, you can slow it down by sliding this toolbar to the left. This toolbar controls how many frames you will see per second. A frame is one single image that you've captured. So I think that's a good speed for our playback for now, but we can change it at any time. To return back to your project, it's important to press this button first, which takes us back to the last image you captured. Now press the camera icon, make sure the project is still in manual mode, and hit resume. One side note, pressing the cancel button deletes your entire project and you'll lose all the work that you've done, so please don't mistake this button for the stop button. So now we get to the stealing of the hazelnuts, what it's all been building to. So I'm moving his arms forward so it looks like he's reaching out for the hazelnuts. And then at the same time, I'm gradually moving the hazelnuts into his arms. So it should look like he's picking them all up. Obviously, while I'm doing this, I'm still continuing to move him forward. Start to move him off screen, carrying quite a lot of hazelnuts. Have a quick preview to see how it's looking. Looks good. So I'm going to take a few more captures without him on screen. Then I'm going to bring him back in because wouldn't you know, he got greedy and he wants those last 3 hazelnuts. So in he comes. I've turned his side eyes round, so he's looking where he's going. He's reaching up for the hazelnuts, so this action can be quite swift. Bringing the first one down, the second one on top of the first one, and following the rules of gravity, we'll move that third one down too. Bring the third one further down, and then Mr. Pear is not wasting any more time. He's starting to run. Hazelnuts toppling about a bit before he exits the screen. Take a few captures, and we have completed this scene. So now, whenever you want to watch what you've done, you can press the home button and this brings you to the preview screen. Press play and then tap the screen to watch full. To delete a frame, press the home button and then tap this button. It will say delete frame, tap again to confirm, and then it's deleted, and you can do that as many times as you want. To export your stop motion as a video clip, go to Movies. Scroll down to the project that you'd like to export and select it. Hit the Export button. Select Video and then Photo Library. Your stop motion will start exporting to your photo album. When it's done, press Close. So I hope this tutorial has been helpful and that you feel inspired to now make your own stop motion animation. Please do share your final work with me, I'd love to see it.